Hey everybody, movie reviewer next door here, and I'm back on another review. This time I saw Ultimate Heist. It's a 2009 crime thriller film directed by Laurent Tuel, and it stars Jean Reno, Gaspar Ulliel, Vahina Giocante, Sami Bouajila, and Isaac Shari. In this film, the Malakian clan, a family of ruthless gangsters, controls the underworld of southern France. At its head, the violent godfather Milo Malakian rules his world with an iron fist. His son and heir, Anton, dreams of breaking free and making his own choices. But the gang's inner circle is engraved in blood. To escape, not only does Anton have to counter his own destiny, but also the man who has sworn to bring his father down. So, what did I think of Ultimate Heist, or La Première Cercle, or Inner Circle? There's like 50 different titles for this. It's okay. That's the best I could say for it. It's one of those movies that I get the feeling people like it a lot more than others for really weird reasons, because this is a French film. I, and here, I will, full disclosure, I did watch the English dub. There is a reason for that, so I'm not able to really talk about the cast. So this is probably going to be a shorter video than usual. But yeah, this film. Well, I did listen to a little bit of the French dub because with this triple Blu-ray, and also the picture quality was perfectly fine, perfectly HD enough. Um, sorry, I literally just got out of the shower. I'm trying to record this before having dinner with someone. Uh, the way that this Blu-ray works, it doesn't really have like a built-in menu. It's just like, oh, you pick from the three movies, Spoils of War, Blood Rain, Third Reich, or Ultimate Heist, and then while you're in the movie, you can change the audio from a pop-up menu. The issue with that is that this movie was, again, recorded in French. So you have Jean Reno, Gaspar Ulliel, uh, Vahina Giocante, I don't know why I said a Spanish accent, and everybody else speaking in French. So it is a bit distracting. But I don't, from what I heard in the French dub, it sounded just as lifeless. The English dub is very lifeless. No one is trying to do a French accent. There are times where they keep some of the French in. There's like a bit where they're in a church and they keep the priest speaking in French in, which I guess that makes sense. But yeah, a lot of the dubbing was very lifeless. I have seen dubs that weren't that terrible, but I don't know. But from what I heard in the French dub, Jean Reno didn't seem really interested. There's like one scene at the end where he cries, and I think he did an alright job in that scene. But other than that, I can't really comment because this for some reason didn't have subtitles. It doesn't take up really that much space on the disc to get subtitles. I think they're like 13, maybe 20 kilobyte files, and it doesn't cost anything to put subtitles on a Blu-ray like this, so I don't know. Laziness, I guess. But the film itself, um, it's kind of just your average heist movie. But here's the issue. The film takes a long time to get to the heist. And if you're going to do that, if you're going to play it like that, I think the best thing that you could possibly do is give me some interesting characters. And again, the only reason I watched this was for Jean Reno and Gaspar Ulliel. Jean Reno is in my favorite film of all time, right there, Leon the Professional. He's also in 22 Bullets, another French film that I really enjoyed. He was in Mission Impossible, uh, Alex Cross, he had a small bit in that. He's in the Da Vinci Code, I still haven't seen. He's in plenty of films. Ronin, also, which is another great film. and Gaspar Ulliel, who was in Hannibal Rising, which I think is a pretty underrated film in the Hannibal series, and I do actually prefer it to Hannibal with Julianne Moore and Anthony Hopkins because of a lot of I mean, the book itself isn't that great either, but just I really loved Gaspar Ulliel's performance in that, and I think he got Hannibal Lecter down. And I just thought it was an enjoyable film all up together. But here's the thing. I was expecting to be able to watch them act in French, and again, the small bits I did hear from the French dub were meh. Their acting was very wooden, not a lot of emotion, even though clearly certain scenes called for more emotion. Um, the big issue with this film, as what it's trying to be, which what it markets itself as, is this like high octane, thrill a minute heist movie. And yes, there's technically heists that happen before the final heist, but they're very low key and, to be honest, kind of dull. There's like one where they steal a bunch of shit from a villa, and then to show you that Jean Reno's character is bad, he shoots a guy and shoots like the engine on this guy's boat, and it explodes, and basically the guy gets fried. But other than that, you don't really see any evidence of him being a bad guy. And I don't know if it's because it's hard for them to market Jean Reno as a villain. I don't know. I haven't seen enough of his French stuff. I've only other French stuff I've seen him in was 22 Bullets or L'Immortel, but in 22 Bullets he's a good guy. None of the stuff he did I question why he did it because it makes sense. Um but here he just kind of has a bit of a lame character to play who's not really that interesting to follow, and to be honest, this is the first time I've ever been bored during a Jean Reno movie. With Gaspar Ulliel, his character isn't a ton better. I think the main issue with this film is that, well, first off, poor marketing. I did watch the trailer before watching this, and it makes it out to be this like action-packed thrill ride, which a lot of these types of films do. If you're gonna do a low-key heist movie, just say that you're doing a low-key heist movie. This film technically has action. It's not horribly done. I can give it that. The small bits of action aren't horribly done. The, there's not like a ton of shooting, but there's it's practical. I didn't notice any like CGI. So it is practical action and practical heist stuff. But the heist itself is so there's nothing really to it. It's very literally the heist is just like stealing some stuff from a plane, and it's there's not really much to say about it because that's all it is. You it's they steal some suitcases from a plane, and that's it. I was expecting like a bank heist or something because this there was all this setup, and I'm expecting like a bit of a payoff, and you don't really get it. It's all just like, oh, each of you will get 5 million euros minimum if you do this heist, and I'm like, oh yeah, somebody's gonna die, and then somebody does. I'm not gonna spoil, but just ugh. Maybe I don't think that watching it in French would have enhanced my experience any. It's not like the dub wasn't like painful to listen to or anything, but it's just that the frickin' the film is just so slow up until that point that I just kind of lost interest. And with films in general, I think you have to do something in the first half of your film to like really gain the audience's attention. At least that, or make the wait worth it in the end. And I don't feel like the wait was really worth it. It's just another heist movie that's very like cliche. You've got the one guy that's friends with the main character. I'm considering Gaspar Ulliel the main character, not Jean Reno. I know every single poster puts Jean Reno at the front. I understand. He's the more popular one. I got it. It's not like Jean Reno isn't in the film a lot. He is. But Gaspar is very much our protagonist. There's one of the guys that works for Milo that's good friends with Gaspar's character who turns against him. There's, oh, you didn't shoot him, I'll shoot him to show you that we mean business. There's the one last heist. There's, oh, you have a girlfriend, she's gonna ruin all of this for all of us. She could turn us into the police. Oh, she wants you to leave your job, and if you do this one last job, you can leave together. And it just felt so monotonous because I knew everything that was gonna happen. The ending, the downer ending, I saw that coming too. Like it's like it's not that I don't see how some people could enjoy this, but I myself didn't. It's one of those movies. I just don't understand a lot of the good reviews. If you like this movie, cool. I just really it's not even that I hate it. It's well made. I can give it that. Like French, I haven't really seen any French movies that have been like horribly made. They're usually like at least decently made enough. And this one is well made and it has the practical action in certain parts. It's not like people are giving bad performances, it's just that they're clearly like very monotone and kind of on autopilot, if you know what I mean. And it's just it's just one of those movies that I can understand why it would end up on like a three pack like this. Because to be honest, there's not like a lot of I can't really see myself watching this ever again. Even if I could watch it in French with subtitles, I don't really see myself watching it again. I could maybe see myself seeing the other two because Blood Rain, I kind of as a joke, I wanted to go through the Blood Rain movies, and this third one is 79 minutes. So short. But yeah, like there's not really much to say. Uh the score was fine. I didn't mind it. Um but yeah, it's just another kind of monotonous kind of whatever heist movie. It's about all I can say. But yeah, that was my review of Ultimate Heist or La Première Circle. If you've seen the film, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. If you have any recommendations, put them down there as well. And movie reviewer next door, out.